Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Monday.
I never know if you're talking to me or if you're talking to them.
All of them.
All three of them.
It was happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Monday is a good, what I was thinking, it's a good start day. And I think it's important to have a starting time, like I call it, when I work with people, I call it a line in the sand. And so it's like, this is the line in the sand and this is when it starts. This is when my convictions are going to do it. I guess every good crackhead has the same thing. I'm going to rehab right here, but before I go, I'm going to spend $10,000 in 1 week on drugs. And then I'm going to be clean forever.
Is this your confession time?
This is my confession time. No, look how cute I am in a hat.
I know.
By the way.
You are.
We did a little draw. Was that on Friday? We did a little contest, the whole like, comment, share. And so we made a promise kept. So today...
We didn't actually do the draw.
We didn't do the draw.
Saturday.
We're going to do the
You
draw
announced
now.
it.
So we have all the names, put them in the hat. And we are going to pull a name out. And you can have either a hat, a t-shirt, or a 6-pack of kombucha if you live in the Ottawa region.
Wait. Can I? Yes.
Can you what?
Can I pick?
Is your name in here?
No.
Yeah, I was going to give it to you.
So everybody who liked us on who liked that post on Facebook, or shared that post on Facebook, or commented on that post on
I
Facebook,
think I already said all this.
on Saturday's post,
Yes.
is in this hat. All 14 of them. Thanks for showing up, guys. We appreciate you.
Yeah, I already stirred it. Oh, the suspense. Eleanor! Oh, Eleanor, come to my house to pick up your prize. No, I will message you, and I will we'll post that, and then you can pick what you want. Whether it's a clothing item, I'll mail it to your house, or kombucha. I think you're... I don't know what you'll take.
I think get to pick something off the website.
I think it'll be hard for you to pick because I know how much you love all of those things. Anyway, good for you. Congratulations, Eleanor. You are the winner. We might do this every week. It's kind of fun. All right.
Thank you, friends.
Why are we here?
Why are we here? We are here because we need grounding. We need to be grounded during this time.
We need accountability to do our
We need
Vivos together, and
accountability.
we think it's important. We think it's a concept of spiritual fitness. We have been spiritually sick in our lives, and to overcome that, we have to be spiritually fit. So this is one of the exercises. This is one of the daily practices that we incorporate into our lives. I do it by myself as well, incorporate a time of prayer and reading and reflection and meditation, and then we do it as a couple as well.
Mm-hmm. Today's May 4th. I thought yesterday was May 4th.
May the
Today's
4th
May 4th.
be with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Star Wars quote, by the way.
I know, but...
Somebody got that.
Am I reading today? Or
I think
you
I'm supposed to read, but I like it when you read. Just, I think we all know why. Probably everybody else likes it when you read. Oh, ha, ha. All right. Paraphrase from the Alcoholics Anonymous. Thank you for keeping me straight yesterday. Please help me stay straight today. Woo! When I first began my recovery from codependency, I was furious about having to begin another recovery program. 7 years later, I began recovery from chemical dependency.
7 years earlier.
7 years earlier, I had begun recovery from chemical dependency. It didn't seem fair that one person should have to address two major issues in one lifetime. Only two. I've gotten over my anger. I've learned that my recoveries aren't isolated from one another. Many of us recovering from codependency and adult children issues are also recovering from addictions, alcoholism, other drug dependencies, gambling, food, work, or sex addiction. Some of us are trying to stay free from other compulsive disorders, ranging from caretaking to compulsively feeling miserable, guilty, or ashamed compulsively. An important part of codependency recovery is staying clean and free from our compulsive or addictive behaviors. Some might say escapism. Recovery is one big room we've entered called healthy living. Spiritual fitness. We can wave the white flag of surrender to all our addictions. We can safely turn to a power greater than ourselves to relieve us from our compulsive behavior. We know that now. Once we begin actively working a program of recovery, God will relieve us of our addictions. Ask God each and every morning, to help us stay free from our addictions and compulsions. Thank God for helping us. Thank God for helping us the day before. Prayer for today. God, help me pay attention to all my recovery issues. Help me know that before I can work on the finer points of my recovery, such as relationships, I must be free from addictive behaviors. Amen.
That's good. That reminds me of at the beginning, in the early years, I would say, like, I just kept tripping over the same things. I just kept tripping over the same behaviors and doing the same things, and I didn't want to do them anymore. And so, yeah, that like white flag of surrender of like, I just really suck at this, running my life, and I need help, and I need to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember going into recovery. Well, I remember when I first started going to like 12-step groups, for you, it was like, because I had an addict husband and I needed help learning how to figure that out, how to live with that. And then slowly over time, fast forward, you did your own thing, got into recovery on your own, and I continued in recovery on my own. And then I thought like just codependency was my problem. Well, first I thought my addict was my problem, but then I realized codependency was my problem. And then like other problems started coming to the surface. That was really annoying.
So your addict was your solution?
Yes. Well, yeah. Ish.
Still trying to figure that out, eh?
Well, yeah. I think.
What about the important part of codependency is staying clean and free from our compulsive or addictive behaviors. Mm-hmm. So then what does that mean?
So for me, like I had a need to help other people or fix other people. And when I saw something, like my focus was just all on other people. Mm-hmm. And that was easier. That was a whole lot easier than focusing on myself.
So do you think is most codependence focus on other people or on other person?
I think
so. Is it multiple people, or is it more of just a one person or two person or family of origin thing?
I think it would depend. I think I've seen a few people where it's just one person that they have a codependent relationship with, and they seem to have like healthy relationships all over the place, but that's the only relationship that they have the conflict and the trying to rescue, trying to fix, and then get angry with, and it's that cycle, right? Codependency. A codependent relationship goes through a cycle. It's not a stable, healthy relationship. It's an up and down relationship. And so they'll have mostly stable, healthy relationships around them. But then there's other people where it's almost like every single relationship they have is up and down and in and out, and they can't maintain consistency in relationship. They don't have long-term friendships. They don't have close people around them. They kind of keep everybody at a distance. And
I like the fact that we come into the big room of recovery, which is called healthy living. And so the same thing that we have in common is that we are living unhealthy lives, and we would be labeled spiritually unfit. So then you, in your compulsions and addictive behaviors, and me and my compulsions and addictive behaviors, it's all the same problem with different solutions. And now we're seeking another solution, which we call God. And so we seek that in spiritual fitness. And we do that together. God will relieve us of our addictions and compulsions. And I think those are things that exaggerated instincts. We have all these basic instincts. We talk about that story with the worms, the bird and the worms in the desert getting his food, and it's really hard. And then he sees a worm dealer, and it's not how he was made to go get his food, but he still had the hunger pains. And so he got it the easy way or the shortcut, or it was just easier to do that. And he got those worms from the worm dealer by giving a feather or two every time. And after the course of whatever months, he had no feathers and he couldn't fly anymore. And I think we do that. We have these God-given instincts and desires. We just feel them. We seek comfort in other things.
And what feels like it's actually soothing or giving us peace or giving us ease or a way of coping eventually takes over my life. And before I know it, I don't even necessarily think I realized what was happening. But I remember a few years down the road realizing what a liar I was, that I was lying. And I remember that realization of like, I'm so worried about what people think and making things okay for other people that I would tell these little white lies. White lies, I thought of them, but trying to either like not hurt their feelings or make them feel better or just not have conflict. And so I would tell untruths. And when I realized that, I was in a place of just being really hard on myself. And so I just was like, you are a liar. I am a liar.
Well, when we don't know who we are, when we're defined by other people or our addiction, then we are defensive and we become liars and we're trying to people please. And what a draining, exhausting thing.
There's so many parts to it too, because not realizing why you didn't trust me, not realizing why we were having these conflicts in our conversation too, of like, I'm tiptoeing around you and you're like, what is going on? But it's because I couldn't be straight. I couldn't speak plainly because I was so worried about what you would think or how you'd react.
And I think the thing that we all have in common in this reading and meditation is that we have to wave the white flag of surrender and go from surrender that not our will be done, but your will be done. Surrender my will and my life to a power greater than myself. May you find him today. All right, Eleanor, good job. May you meditate on surrender and a higher power and what are your recovery issues and all that kind of stuff. Good reading today.
So if anybody can relate to any of this, we would love if you want to comment, if you want to just share like how that relates to you or like what it was like for you to surrender.
Awesome. All right, Eleanor, big winner. Bye.